welcome to the Everyday Vegan Show. Today we will be making homemade vegan biscuits. So if you ever thought that you had to give up biscuits when you became vegan, you were absolutely wrong. And this recipe is easy and it's actually pretty fast as well. So the secret is to start out with some very, very cold butter. Also, I like to shred my butter instead of just cutting it up into small cubes. I feel like it helps with the look of the biscuit that I want. And then after I get it all shredded, I pop it in the freezer while I'm working on everything else. We will be using a full fat coconut milk for this. And then after I kind of whisk the lumps into the liquid, I put that back in the refrigerator as well to ensure everything's super cold. This is my favorite egg replacer recipe. I'm not really big on the flax egg, and this kind of helps with rising with, your baked goods like biscuits and cakes and whatnot. I'm going to sift all of my dry items together. So this does take quite a bit of flour, and then also 4 teaspoons of baking powder, which is also a lot. But again, we are having to rise this nice hearty biscuit. So it's totally needed. And like I say, I do like to sift my dry ingredients. And that just makes for a smoother mixing and therefore a smoother dough. You can also prepare this ahead of time and put this in the refrigerator as well. Again, the more cold your ingredients are, the better your biscuits are going to turn out. So now that everything is sifted together, you want to combine the butter with the flour, and you essentially kind of want to make them become one. You can use a pastry cutter and cut the butter into the flour, but I actually like to grab the butter and kind of mush it into the flour until I have little tiny balls of it, the size of peas. And then once I'm happy with the butter and flour mixture, I will add in the egg replacer and the coconut milk, and then we will fold that until everything's pretty incorporated. We do not want to overwork the dough, and that's kind of a thing here as well. So you see I'm going kind of slowly, and then once I feel like most of the moisture is soaked up, I will turn it out onto a floured surface and begin kneading, which is really more of a fold and press. And that's kind of how you'll get layers in the biscuit, and you'll just fold it on itself and press it down, fold it on itself, press it down. And I'll do this until the dough is not so sticky to my hand. And then, I'll pat it out to about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. And I do not have a biscuit cutter, so I did use the top of a mason jar, which works really well for me as a biscuit cutter, but please feel free to use whatever you have handy. I've even used the top of a glass before, but I like how sharp the edges of the mason jar lid thing is. And then you can get about 12 biscuits out of this after you refold the dough and stuff, and so you can see the layers and the bubbles there. So pop that in the oven at 450 for about 14 to 16 minutes. I could have let these get a little bit darker, but I'm always worried about over baking. And here we have them. My favorite thing visually about these biscuits is that you can not only see the layers that we perfectly put in, but you can also see the nooks and crannies. And these will keep in the refrigerator for about a week, but they probably won't make it that long. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more content like this, please like the video, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye for now, and I will see you next Monday. Love to the love.